When thinking about an education solution that an African, Chinese, peasant, Indian, untouchable, living in some rural area, some African living in an area around Ethiopia, each of them, or none of them, speak English, and each of them have their own language. None of them can read or write. The question is, we need to be asking ourselves, what is the educational device, technological device, that we can build that will, one, teach them to read and write, two, provide them a basic education in all subject areas, three, allow them to specialize and focus on specific areas of their interest as knowledge becomes aware to them, and four, a platform that they can keep learning on all the way up through college, after college, to the point where they stop learning, death. A lot of interest right now is on Mars and space colonization, moon colonization. There's the X Prize. There's all this billions of dollars being spent on trying to get us into space. And my question is, how are they going to learn on their 3-4 year journey to Mars and back? What are the kids going to learn when they're on sitting in, or how are they going to learn? You know, this project answers so many problems, so many challenges that we're facing. And we need to really be focused, as you know, there's so many brilliant minds behind education, supporting education. And I'd like to try to align your thinking to mine, to answering the very fundamental question about education, and not meeting the micro need of some community that you serve. We need to provide a macro solution for global learning, a macro solution that is open source, that is built on 70 years of television, that we can grab the chunks out of and deliver. Why chunks? Because one is, you know, people get bored watching long documentaries or lectures. Two is, we're going to have bandwidth issues. It's going to be a lot easier to deliver a 3-minute objective-based clip to an individual cell phone, and maybe they'll just be listening, or depending on the device they're on, will deliver based on the bandwidth, based on the capabilities of their connection. And tie in fun games, simple games, not complex, serious games, but simple games that can be tailored and modeled and tweaked and changed to fit any measurable outcome that you seek to test. That is what we need to be thinking of, and that's what we should be focused on. So why am I the only person, to my knowledge, and please, if there's more of me out there, please connect them to me. Please, I want to know who you are. I want to know where you are. Because together, we can change the world. We can change education. We can set it on track and make it something accessible and available to everyone. You know, I always use the word flat education. But what I mean by flat education is really a universal access to knowledge, a universal access to learning, and one that is free and accessible. And no matter what it is you want to learn, you should have access to it. It shouldn't be something for the privileged. It shouldn't be for, the professors that Harvard students have access to, you should have access to. The professors that are at Yale, you should have access to, for free. We need to take MIT World and all these other great providers of open education and make it something more. We need to take every lecture and be able to translate it into any language very easily and simply using tools, open source tools. We need to be able to excite and inspire individuals to learn, because I'll tell you, I have, as many other people, significant doubt that we're going to be around by the end of the century. I think that the challenges that we are, I wouldn't say the challenge, the burden that we are putting on top of the earth, on the ecosystem, the tipping scales that could, unleash trillions of tons of methane that are already starting to be released, can send us into an era over a point, what's known as a tipping point of no return. So my call for this education goes far beyond just a desire to get people more educated. My drive for this, I believe, is a profound measure that we must take in order to help survive as a species, as a culture. Because only through education can we stem birth control. Can we ultimately stop global warming? Can we develop better responses to hunger, environment, and any other calls out there will be significantly amplified if we provide a complete open education to all. So if you support cancer research, AIDS research, if you're passionate about any cause, then you should be passionate about the E-Singularity Initiative. The E-Singularity, Education Singularity. It is the point when all education is made free and available to all. And we will reach that point before we reach the tech singularity in the next 50 years. I guarantee that. My name is Michael Trout, trying to emote you into action. Become a 5-minute e-revolutionist. Share my message. Share the vision of law. Learn anything, any place, anywhere. With your colleagues, with your friends. Make law videos. Put them up on our website. Together we can change the world. And we will.